What's up, guys? Busy day today. Brendan from Crypto Cauldron. Got a lot of yard work to do. We had a tropical storm. We had heavy rains, power outages, had power out this morning. Got a lot of stuff going on today. But I wanted to make a quick video because have you been watching the 200? We're going to focus on the 1 hour time frame today. Keep the video short, and I will keep posting updates throughout the day. But as you know, made continuous videos on the 200, right? The undefeated moving average. And it is keeping strong. Now, all my videos, to be fair, were posted about the 4 hour time frame, because the 4 hour time frame is where we historically, since April 17th, have rejected the price, right? So go watch any of those videos, any of my last 3 videos, 4 videos. I have a separate 200 moving average video, but it's happening still, okay? So the 1 hour is different. That means what I take from that is BTC is getting weaker and weaker, okay? Because the reason I haven't been making videos on the 1 hour time frame is because it routinely defeats it. There's a moving average there. There's the moving average there. So it gets above it. Yes, it still falls, but it has a better history of getting above it. So I focus on the 4 hour because the 4 hour was glaringly apparent that it couldn't defeat it. But what's happened? This has happened. This has happened. BTC had a lot of velocity on this needle right here to get up here, to get through this thick Kumo cloud and fight the 200, and it was rejected hard twice. Last night and this morning with 13 or 14 hours of candles in between. That last rejection, do you see what happened here? We formed a double top, right? We formed the double top. We descended. All the alts lost value. We broke the neckline right here. That's that line. And we're getting bought back up a little bit. But you see the EMAs are going to apply pressure, right? They're going to be pushing the price. So you're going to have a battle here in this zone. You're going to have a battle of the price and the EMAs to see who wins, to see if Bitcoin gets to come up and try the 200 again, or if it's going to fail again. Now, if you look at this, it had a rejection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours of rejection on the 200. This is at the 1 hour. Like I said, all my TA was focused on the 4 hour because that was the historical price setter right there. That was where the trend was set with the rejection. The fact that a smaller time frame, this is the concept I want you to get from this video. The fact that a smaller time frame is now rejecting the price shows the strength of the 200, reinforces the fact that it's a bear market, and shows the weakness of Bitcoin that it is being rejected by the 1 hour time frame. Okay? If we do get back up, I'm going to make a cauldron prediction that we get rejected again. Why? We spent 5 hours getting rejected here the first time. We had 13 hours of candles, or 15 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 hours of candles in between to get enough velocity to test it again, and only spent not even two closed candles. You got 1 hour of solid rejection. You see the price needle up here, the shadow, get all the way up here, and then reject it on the second. So that's a weakening. You went from 5 hours to 1 hour. Right? So price could realistically, God, I drew all over this, didn't I? Sorry, I always do this in my videos. You can see, oh, by the way, all these dotted lines, these are GAN fans. They're not FIB fans, they're GAN fans. If you like GAN stuff, I'll show you some, I'll make an indicator video. Nicole from our group found some awesome indicators that really help with GAN. The problem with GAN, side rant, the problem with GAN is it's much more complicated to draw his things than it is for like Elliott Wave or for Fibonacci, right? Very easy tools for that. GAN was much more complex. I think he was a mathematician, but his drawings involve a lot of math. And but there's indicators that do the GAN fans, and they're awesome. It puts everything in a grid overlay for you from the high and the low. Side story. We'll get into that later. Back to price. And don't you guys love my ADD? So price could literally just do. Let me clean this up. This is. I could spend 5 minutes drawing and 5 minutes erasing because you guys know I like to draw a lot. What I expect to happen with the price is something like this. The EMAs are descending. Price could track because of that weakness Bitcoin showed. Yes, we could go back up and try again, right? That's option one. Option two is more likely you follow along the top of the cloud, maybe enter the cloud. But I do expect to start to see some dissension. Again, I'm looking at this is the 1 hour time frame. I'm just looking at the trend, right? Because what I like to do is analyze the trend, right? So we're somewhere in between. Here's your low from the recent trend. There's your highs from the recent trend, and we're in the middle chop, right? So price could go up. Try this 200 again, but the fact that we got rejected after one closed candle, I don't know if we're going to go there. We may just trend sideways for a while, consolidating, but I think the trend is going to be to get back down to this cluster down here, and this is what this is ranges from. My picture's in the way. Basically, 31, 32K Bitcoin at the high in this cluster here, like 33. So basically, somewhere between 500 and 1,000 point descent, maybe getting us beneath the cloud. So the next cloud that forms over here will be red. That would be a logical explanation of price movement. With the EMAs pushing it down, you can see price is not faring well against the early EMAs, the fast-moving EMAs. Hence, the candle shape has been reduced to a doji. Okay, so I expect something like this. Again, you cannot predict whale needles. You can't predict things like that. I mean, look at this price movement. You know, you can't predict things like that. This was such a fascinating thing to watch. If you're in the TA, if you're a nerd for TA, to be rejected this hard by the 1 hour, such a small time frame, I didn't predict that. I didn't predict that because historically, as I said, the 1 hour has been able to get above it, but that's the weakening of the force. That's the weakening of Bitcoin, guys. It's confluence with the TA that I've been putting out there. Bitcoin is getting gradually weaker. It's in a bear market and it's descending. What I want to have happen is one of these dumps like this actually make us a dump so that we can all buy the coins that we want to buy, so that we can all help make the market go up, because that's going to be a group effort like the Wall Street Bets Reddit army. We're going to need a group effort of whales, investors, and us to drive the price back up. And for that to happen, we got to find prices that make us want to jump in the market, that make us want to spend our money on this versus Chipotle and a big screen TV, right? That's what we're dealing with. That's the reality of the situation. So keep an eye on this. The 4 hour, just to show you real quick, isn't anywhere near the 200 yet, I don't think, and I got drawings everywhere again. Sorry, guys. Lots going on today. Lots going on. Let me erase this stuff. Okay, I think that's enough so that you can see. Let's look at the 4 hour real quick. 200's way up here. You can see it. I got the Miami 1990 style chart going right now. There's your 200. Price is down here. You have a thin resistance cloud here. Price is down here. It's being held in check by the EMAs. Price is not going to break out if the 1 hour time frame obviously is below the EMAs. You're not going to have the price break out of the 4 hour. So it has to happen in the smaller time frames first for it to go up. So you may just see a track. Now Ichi's predicting price will move in this fashion because you trade underneath clouds, right? Ichi's one of the rare indicators that forecasts the future. Every other indicator, EMAs, moving averages, MACD, it all relies on time period measurements, which Ichi does as well, but Ichi gives you a projection. See, this is the future. Price is right here. This is all the future. This is what Ichi's predicting based on current price action, how the future will react. So look for the price to possibly go down. Again, that's confluence with what I showed you in the 1 hour, what I think will happen, and that would make sense now that I see the 4 hour. So there you go, confluence of indicators. Guys, hope you're having a great weekend. Florida's starting to clear up a little bit from the storm, and spend it with your friends and family, and I'll make an update soon. Talk to you soon, guys.